First time in a while where this team, on the outside, it feels like it's very different. And I think a lot of that is a credit to what you guys accomplished last year. Being through a camp with this team, how much different is it for you walking into this arena on opening night?
No, it's been great. I think we had a really good training camp. Maybe could have been better in some preseason games, but overall I think the practice level and intensity throughout the whole camp was very high. So pretty much impressed with everyone from the coaching staff down to the players for coming in and being ready. And I think there's definitely some expectations this year, which I think is a good thing. You want that pressure on yourself to be better and be better individually as a team, and move forward and get this thing to where everyone wants it to be. So no, I think we're in a good spot going into the season.
Derek Lalone said at the end of camp, which he called the hardest camp that he's put together, you came up to him and said, out of breath, hardest camp you've ever been through. And then you said, but you wanted it, you needed it, and you thanked him for it. Where's that come from?
No, it's good. I mean, I think, we had some hard camps in Chicago, but I don't think anything really matched as far as the intensity of camp here and the amount of time and effort put at the rink every day. And I think it's good. I think it's good to kind of set a baseline and get yourself to a certain level, and hopefully you put all the work in before the season. You come to the season and you're settled in when the games start rolling around, and obviously up the conditioning level, up the intensity level. Competing against your teammates is always fun, but it's nice to go against other teams too, so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, I meant it. It was a hard camp, and coming into it, I think I didn't have a training camp last year, so I came right into the season. And training camp, sometimes you're thinking you just want it to be over and get ready for the season, but this one I just wanted to dive right into it, be ready, and try to give it my all every day. So I thought it was something that I needed, especially without a camp last year.
I said to him, I said, Derek, did you grab Kane and say, can you say that a little bit louder for the young guys who are yelling at me in the back? A little bit, almost, right?
Well, I mean, I think we knew we wanted to take it to another level here, and I'm sure the coaches and management, everyone thought that as well. So, you kind of knew that maybe it was coming a little bit in camp. It was going to be a little bit harder, and there was going to be more asked of you. And I wasn't here for camp last year, so I'm not really sure how it was, but I know that in the camps in Chicago, we did a lot of scrimmaging. Skates weren't as long, so coming in, it was a little bit different for me. It was actually my first training camp in a different organization, so kind of cool to see what it's like and different on the other side, but it was definitely intense, and I think it'll make us all better.
You've been asked the question a million times since you signed here, played here. Why Detroit? When you had Stanley Cup contenders, teams that were that close, that wooed you, why here? Is there anything that you haven't said, or anything on a personal level that now that a season is behind you that you would reveal of what really got you here and kept you here?
No, I think it was all pretty much there, and what I said from the beginning. I watched a lot of hockey last year when I was rehabbing and recovering, just to kind of see, how teams were, how teams were playing, who I thought I would fit in with the best. And I came here, they gave me a great opportunity to play in the top six and really play with some great players, power play, things like that. And I really enjoyed it and thought we were that close from making the playoffs. And we had a little lull at the end of the year there, which I think hurt us, but there's some real amazing moments. And I think just looking back on the season, there was obviously some individual moments, but just the team moments and how close we were at the end, and the excitement level from the fans, and just the excitement level around the team and the city was really something I wanted to be a part of again. And definitely happy to be back. I think you never really know how those things are going to work out with negotiations and things like that. So never really knew until things got a little bit closer to free agency, and nice to get a deal done. I think both sides are happy with it, and just kind of move forward and be a part of the Wings. And that's another thing too, coming in, I know I was a wing last year, but you're coming in the middle of the season, you're playing. I played 50 games, and it was great. You feel a part of the team, and everyone was very welcoming. But I think being here for a second year, and kind of all that other stuff's in the past now. We can move forward and just be a hockey player. I'm excited about feeling like a wing.
You've come here, you've lived here in Michigan as a kid. You came here as a visitor for years, played 50 games here as a wing. What's it like being a dad in the Metro Detroit area, a place you know well?
No, it's great. I think where we live in the suburbs is really a great place to raise a family, raise a kid. He loves coming to the hockey games. It's fun to see him, at warm-ups, and then he's able to be by the locker room in warm-ups, which I've never really seen as well. So nice to see him before the games, and he loves it as well. So it's awesome having the family here and raising my son here. Even when I was, talking to certain different teams and thinking about options of where I could go this past year, you ask him the question just to see what he would say, and he would say Detroit all the time. So I guess it worked out for him and me. So I think he's happy to be back too.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. He honestly would tell you that. Let's do Detroit.
Yeah, I would mention some different teams, and he'd always say Detroit. So I think he liked it last year too.
My gosh. I thought it was so authentic when you talked about the moments and the goals that you scored and just that run. Even just speaking and giving Ken Daniels a shout out and him calling some of those goals that he did. And on the outside, we loved it too. There's a possibility he calls your 500th goal this season. How much is that something that you've thought about and made a goal for yourself this year?
I haven't thought about that really. Obviously I know I'm 29 away, so you think about the number, but I haven't really thought about Ken calling it, to be honest with you. So that would be amazing. Some of the moments last year, I think, if for example, the goal in Chicago, you play that back when he's calling it compared to listening to someone else call it, it's totally different, right? So there's a time this summer I remember I was kind of going through different goals with my son, and he wanted to see Lucas Raymond's goal or DeBrincat's goal or Larkin's goal, and mine came up in Chicago, and it was Ken's call. And just listen to that back again, and hearing the call, it almost it gives you chills, just the way he, the whole thing, the way the play developed, the way he called it after the fact, it was unbelievable, and it's a moment that I can reflect on forever, just with going back, watching it with the way he called it, and it's just so much more special. So, and I told him that. I mean, he had some unbelievable calls for me last year personally, and for the team. Some of those goals at the end of the year, like Lucas's goal in overtime or tying it up, those moments give you chills too. So him and Mickey are unbelievable, and I've been watching them for a long time. Anytime I'd watch the Red Wings, I'd put on their feed, and always thought they really called the game a great way. So it's cool to be on the other side now and have them calling the game for you.
I can't ask anything more. That was good. Dylan told me you're tired of talking about your hip and your health, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to get into it.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Patrick.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you, man.